We don't like to lead with how great we are. We feel like that's what the industry does. The real estate, this real estate business is kind of focused on self and flashiness and billboards and bus ads and all that stuff. Who's the best on Zillow? So we don't like to lead with that, but we also understand that there's a lot of realtors out there, and you naturally want to know why you should work with us. So, and as condensed a format as possible, I'm going to attempt to explain that to you. So a little bit about me. I started in the real estate industry at age 22. It was 2006. It's the only real career I've had post-college. And I started at John L. Scott. My first year there, I was Rookie of the Year, the youngest Rookie of the Year in the history of the company. Ended up in 2013 winning the National Association of Realtors 30 under 30. Also got top 1% for John L. Scott that year. I was the youngest in the history of the company to get top 1%, meaning my production was top 1% of the company. I then got recruited to go to Compass when they came here in 2018. Was recruited to be one of the founding brokers, which was a big deal. I mean, they only wanted the best of the best. They didn't want divas, kind of like the people obsessed with self, all that stuff. And so to be asked to be a founding broker was a big deal. Was there for 7 years, and then in 2025, I came to Windermere, where I'm at now. Fabulous company, the most market share in the entire region, and I could have gone anywhere I wanted. I came to Windermere because I feel like they're the best. So here's the reality of the situation. When you get to the top 5% of agents, what they offer is all pretty similar. Now, some of them sell it a little bit better, but the reality is the great agents, the top 5%, pretty much all going to do professional photography. They're going to make your listing look as attractive as possible. They're going to get the most web exposure that they possibly can. They're probably going to do some virtual media. They're going to be at least solid negotiators, maybe not strong negotiators, but solid negotiators. Now, the bottom 95%, I don't know if you knew this, but like last year, the average agent did between 0 and 1 transactions for the entire nation. So a half a transaction was the average production. So there's a lot of agents out there doing like 5, 10, 15 transactions a year. Those agents are probably not in the top 5%. They're probably not the best at what they do. And so once you get to that top 5%, the service offerings are going to be pretty similar. It's just going to be a matter of who you feel most comfortable with, who sells it the best to you, and who you feel like is going to negotiate the best deal for you. One little extra that we do that, again, everyone can do this, it's just a question of whether they do or not, is we use targeted social media ads to try and find the right buyer for your home. Now, this actually happened to a buyer of mine one time. He was on Facebook, and he got an ad saying, "Is this your dream home?" Now, I had sold him a condo several years prior, and it was this mansion in Portage Bay, 100-year-old, 3-story, beautiful mansion. And it said, is this your dream home? And he clicks through. I had no idea he was looking. I don't even think he was looking, but he saw this ad. And he calls me, he's like, "This is crazy. I'm probably not gonna buy it, but like, can we see this place?" So go and show it to him. Turns out he buys it, loves it. Now, you can have different feelings on social media and the metadata and the cookies and all the stuff that they're watching you with, but the reality is we want to get you top dollar for your home, and that's what we're here to do. And it works. It works. We can use that to find out who is looking for specifically your home. That's a huge value add, in my opinion. The other thing, among other things, is that we are 100% referral based. I should say we're like 98%, because every once in a while we get a random call. That's not a referral and it works out, but that's extremely rare. So we're just shy of 100% referral, which that has 2 positives for you. One is that you know that we're going to do a good job because we're getting referred. People are keeping us in business. And that wouldn't happen if we weren't doing a good job. And two, we need you to be really happy at the end of this so you refer us to all your friends and family. That is imperative to our business going on. So we want you to be raving fans at the end of this. We also track our list price to sales price ratio. So let's say some place is listed at $1 million. The MLS average for last year is right around 98.5%. So your $1 million listing would sell for 985. Ours was about 101%. So $1.010 million. So that's a difference of, let's see, $25,000 extra. Now you can save money by going with a discount broker. Maybe they'll charge you 1% or 2% less than we do, but we're still going to get you more money in there. You're still going to walk away with more money. That's a huge value add, and that's a result of our marketing. It's a result of our negotiation and our experience, our connections with other agents. So, and on top of that, we are going to make the process smoother, more efficient, more fun. So you get more money. Yes, you pay more, but you get more money in the end, and you have a better experience. To me, it's a no-brainer, but that's something that you have to decide for yourself. So I will close with a quick story about a recent client we had. It was a multiple offer situation. The agent was with a prominent brokerage that you've all heard of. That's an online discount brokerage. Nice guy, very inexperienced, didn't know the market. I saw an opportunity. This place was way underpriced. We got in there right away, made a very aggressive offer over asking price that was still below market value. I got my clients the house. I got it for them probably 5% under the actual value of this property. They were stoked. They got their home. Everyone won. And it was because the seller used a not very experienced agent. And my job is to get the best deal I can for my clients. So I hope that helps. Little information about me, why we're different, why we're similar, and why you should do business with us.